Love is a beautiful thing, and social media platforms like Instagram give us the chance to meet people quickly, but not everyone will meet you for the right reasons. There are some very scary stories about people with dark intentions. Well, let's just say, this is not a story with a happily ever after. Let's dive into the next story about Christian, a gay teen living in a small religious town. He secretly dates online and feels the perfect connection at first. However, this date reveals his true identity. And now his whole family is at risk. Will they make it out alive? Keep listening to find out. Welcome to your next chills before sleep. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to us to provide you with more scary stories. The worst idea I would ever have would be given by my sister, truly the queen of bad ideas. This one idea would end up hurting my loved ones and I, not only emotionally but also physically. Let me tell you how it all started. It was Daisy who suggested a sibling sleepover, and it was Daisy who suggested the idea of me accepting that DM I got on Instagram. I had taken a big risk that night. I had come out to her as a gay man. She had been very accepting of me. But in typical Janice fashion, she just had to be extra. I told her about this unknown person DMing me. It was the profile of a very attractive man. She made me message him back. I replied to the text the man had sent me. I felt flustered talking to him because he was a very attractive man and he did confirm that he was gay as well. My sister stayed quiet most of the time, giggling in the background, seeing the obvious sparks fly. The man said his name was Blake and he was just 19 at the time. For context, I was about 17 at the time, and a senior in high school. About 30 minutes later, he told me he had to go, but we exchanged phone numbers before he went away. My sister teased me the whole night about it, and I blushed like a little high school teen girl. Oh, how naive I was back then. I started talking to Blake a lot. I would tell him about my day, my struggles with my parents. I lived in a small religious town in the southern USA, so I didn't get to meet many openly gay people. It was nice to finally see and talk to someone who was just like me. After a few months, he asked me to officially be with him as his boyfriend. I was over the moon. A long-distance relationship? I had never thought about it, but at the time, I was head over heels for Blake, so I would do anything he wanted me to. Oddly enough, he would only send me pictures, never agreeing to video call. After we supposedly started dating, we started having a lot of sexual talks as well, and he would send me sexually explicit material. He asked me to send him some as well. It was my first relationship, and I was just a naive little boy, so I did whatever he asked. I even vented to him about my parents. They were rich and really religious, so I had no idea how they would react if I ever came out. I did not want to lose the connection that I did have with them. Around the 5-month mark of our relationship, I finally gathered up enough courage and told Blake that I was in love with him. I got a response that I never would have estimated. "Oh boy, you truly are an idiot." Following that, I got a call. I picked it up nervously and was greeted by a loud voice who said something that would change my life. He said, "Oh boy, I'm not Blake. The man you saw was my nephew and he isn't even gay. I'm a 40-year-old dude with a wife and kids." I was shocked. I felt like the earth had shifted from beneath my feet. I could only utter one single word. Why? He let out a mean laugh and sent me screenshots of certain messages and sexually explicit images I'd sent him. "Now you send me the money," he said, giggling, "or I send this to your parents and I spread it around your school." I was horrified. I asked him for some time to think. I didn't have the money. My family did have the money, but they didn't just give me thousands of dollars each month like this man thought. I decided to just bite the bullet and tell Janice the truth. She was horrified when she heard what had happened. She even blamed herself for not stopping me since she was supposed to be my big sister. "There's only one option left now," she said. "The truth shall set you free." "The truth will make me homeless," I retorted, but she had made up her mind. She somehow convinced me to do the unthinkable. Come out. I chose the next Sunday. I took in a deep breath as I walked into the living room. "Mom, Dad, I have to tell you something," I said in a guilty tone. "Please don't hate me for this, but I'm gay. I like men." My parents did not even flinch. My mum smirked and said, "Oh honey, we know." I was extremely puzzled. And they said that my taste in music and my lack of girlfriends had been an obvious pointer. "So you're okay with it?" I asked, smiling. "Well, yeah. said my father, ruffling my hair. "We don't care who you date, as long as you bring home a nice, loving partner." I was so encouraged to hear this, so I won't be getting kicked out after all. Then I proceeded to tell them about the catfish that I had met, and trust me when I say that I had never seen my parents be that upset. My mum lightly hit my shoulder. "Ow, what was that for?" I protested. "Christopher Evelyn Shepherd, I did not raise you to be this dumb and naive," yelled my mother. "Well, he's indeed a stupid boy," emphasized my father, "but he's our stupid boy. We'll help him." I was delighted to hear that, and I ran to give them a big hug. Soon they got the police involved. As it turns out, the catfish was a man named Jay, who was well into his 40s and had a wife and several kids. He had been charged for minor crimes before, but by this time his charges were a lot bigger since he was trying to blackmail a minor and was asking me to send sexual stuff. Being a minor, he would be charged much more gravely than he would have if I were an adult. Our city's police station cooperated with that of his cities, but he went on the run. His wife and children had no idea where he was. But true to his word, as soon as I stopped responding and blocked him, he spread the screenshots to our conversation online. My classmates eventually found out the truth that I was gay. I'm not going to lie, it wasn't easy. Some of my closest friends stopped talking to me. I would find anonymous letters in my lockers that had a lot of slurs in them. I had to start therapy because of the bullying, but a lot of my peers were also very supportive. A lot of them did help me, and some of them even came out in support. Things were starting to go well. That's when the town church sale came up. My sister was going to go along with both my parents, but I was going to stay back. I had a really stressful month and I did not want to spend it around judgmental old people who probably did not approve of me. My parents and Janice went to the church sale. Things were going great just until I got a notification from the same block number again. It was the same catfish, Jay. He had sent me a video. It was a video of him outside my house holding a large knife. I was scared and I was about to get up when I felt a growing pain in the back of my skull, followed by me passing out. When I woke up, I was tied to one of the chairs from our dinner tables. My hands and feet were tied to the arms and legs of the chair. I was gagged. When I gained consciousness again, the man was standing in front of me, his large knife grazing my shoulder. "Oh boy," said the man I had come to know as Jay. "You've ruined my life, got me on the run. I had to leave my wife and children behind. Well, I do miss my boys, but the old hag can go away forever. All I want is around $500,000 and a good new car so I can cross the border and never come back. I've already phoned your daddy dearest, he'll be here in a while." He was halfway between telling me his evil plan when we heard the noise of glass breaking. The man looked at me with contempt and went to check it out. About 5 minutes later, I saw my sister enter the room, looking a little worse for wear because she had to climb through a broken window to rescue me. My sister was about to free me when Jay came back into the room, brandishing his knife. I had told Jay a lot of things about my life, but what I had told him was that my sister had a habit of concealed carrying. As soon as my sister saw Jay, she drew her gun from her shoulder. In a last-ditch effort to come out on top, Jay started running towards her with a knife. In self-defense, my sister shot him in the leg and the shoulder. As Jay crumbled to the ground and cried out in pain, my sister undid my restraints and we ran outside the main door. We were greeted by the police and my parents on the street in front of our house. Our parents hugged us tight as we ran to them. The police moved inside the house and captured Jay. He had a lot of charges placed on him and will probably not see the light of day for a very, very long time. I will be forever grateful to my sister for saving my life. I moved out of the house and I moved to a bigger city for college. In college, I did meet a lot of kids who were like me. In fact, I fell in love with another man and we now live together. I told him of everything that had happened to me and he is the one who told me to share my story online to warn people. I still have trouble trusting people these days, and every time I hear the much too familiar notification ping, my heart indeed skips a beat. Thank you for watching this video. Have you experienced a similar situation or another scary experience? Don't hesitate to submit your story by email or in the comments section down below. Ready for your next chills before sleep? Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for us to provide you with more scary stories. Let us know what you think and don't forget to enable all notifications. Be the first one to get the chills.